I worked all day and it's getting dark. I'm going to try to squeeze in a quick feeding of these earthworms before it gets too dark to see. At this point, I've been feeding them for a few months, and it's time to start migrating them all over to one side so that I can harvest the other. Here we go. I don't know if we'll see any worms as I do this feeding or not. It looks like they've done a pretty good job of burning through the compost that I put in there. So the goal for today is to feed heavily on this side and taper it off as it goes back. I want to draw all of the worms across to this side, and then I'll harvest and reset this side. It's been 2 weeks since I fed this box. I'm going to follow up on this video in a couple of days so that you can see this when the food is present. And the cool thing is, because these are earthworms, when the food is gone, they don't crawl out of the bin and go looking. They just burrow and continue to eat not only this, but everything that was on the top. Because it's their nature to burrow, they come up into that food, eat it, and then go down with it. So they have stores of food beneath this box. The bed seems a little dry, so I'm going to add moisture at every step. You have to be careful with apples. Apples ferment. And fermentation means alcohol. Very quickly they can create an anaerobic environment that will actually harm the worms. So I do feed apples. I just watch myself on quantity. I'm trying to move all of these worms down. So I'll put the food here and taper down to this end. That avocado should be a big draw. This box could easily handle twice the amount of food scraps that I just added. Now I'll add a little compost. Frankly, I think you could skip the food and just do compost. That's how much the earthworms love it. But the food adds a lot of nutrients and micronutrients, and adding this compost to it, I've found it to be a very powerful combination as far as enticing these worms to work their way through the material. If you've been watching the channel, you know I love a layer of leaves. Grass would also work. The rub is it does bring some seeds into the mix, and I just as soon avoid it. And the leaves bring a touch of a fungal element. The compost is the hit here. It is so rich in microbes already, these worms are making their way toward it. Shoo! It's late, but it's still hot. But we got these worms fed. I'll let the box go a little longer intentionally because I want you to see that when the food runs out, these worms truly do burrow. Yes, it is absolutely possible to make worm castings using earthworms. I've been doing it for over a year now. It's been my experience so far that as long as they get what they need, and that includes giving them the opportunity to burrow, which is why I'm raising them in an open bottom box, they're every bit as productive as composting worms. And the difference about using an earthworm is when they go into my garden, they won't crawl around on the surface looking for decaying matter, because those plants are gathering sunlight and converting that sunlight into carbon and sugar and sending all of that down to their roots. This process, photosynthesis, attracts all of the bacteria and fungi that are in the area. They come to the plant for the same reason any of us go to the dessert table at a party. They come for the sugar. As long as I, as a steward, maintain an environment that is hospitable to life, which means I provide food, shelter, and water, these microbes are going to be robust and plentiful. And because they're there, the worms will be there. And because the worms are there, the worm castings will be there. This is a win-win situation. The soil food web couldn't be happier, and I get a healthy plant and amazing vegetables out of the deal. Most of the food scraps that I put in there are going to be gone, and they're going to be all over that compost. So come back, watch the next one, check it out for yourself. Yes, it's possible to make amazing castings using the elements around you and the earthworms from your compost pile. Thanks for watching. See ya.